Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Julie. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you a brand new eyeshadow palette that I just received in the mail today. It is the Alamar, and I know I'm saying it wrong, okay? I'm just gonna say it the only way that I can comfortably say it, which is Alamar. Alamar Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. This is a brand new launch by makeup artist Gabriella. I don't know how to say her last name. She works with BoxyCharm, she works with KL Polish, she's a makeup artist, she's super creative, really beautiful, and I was so excited to get my hands on this because I just really like her artistry. So I wanted to show you the palette, tell you a little bit about the new makeup brand, and then also kind of do a makeup look using it and kind of first impression / review of the eyeshadow palette itself. I ordered the palette on Saturday and then I got it this morning on Thursday. On the box it says this little water drop says best if used wet, and then there's a little sun and it says best if used dry. So here's what the actual palette looks like, and here's the colors right here. It's in like a little book. Pretty much all of the eyeshadows are named things that I won't be able to pronounce correctly, which is totally fine. I don't mind that. I don't really need to know how to say them if I can just use them and enjoy them. So here is what it looks like. I think that the colors are super pretty. So one of the big reasons that I got this palette is I thought that the colors were really unique and cool. I like the ones that she paired together. We have these three warmer colors, and then we have this burgundy, which even though it goes so beautiful with the warm colors, it's technically in the cool family. And then all the shimmery shades are actually pretty cool. This one, I can't tell if it has some yellow gold in it or if it's more silvery, so I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I just like the mixture of both. I think that they're gonna make each other pop and stand out. So finger swatches aren't always the most accurate representation of how an eyeshadow is actually going to look and be on your eyes, but I wanted to do swatches anyway just to kind of start playing with it, and then I'll decide what kind of look I want to go for. So I'm just going to start from the bottom to the top with the matte shades. So here is the burgundy, and here is the brown. Okay, so far those are awesome. Here is the more orange color, terracotta looking. And then the crease color that they have. This is like the only transition shade. It's like a nice bright orangey color. Here is the blue. It's like the lighter blue. Here's the darker blue. Here's the one I wasn't so sure of. I am still not sure of it. And then the final one. Ooh, that's really, really beautiful. So those lighter ones, you can see how reflective they are. They're so light catching that they're a little bit hard to pick up on my skin on camera, but they're beautiful. So the shimmers all have the water drop next to them, which means they're best used wet. And all of the matte shades have the little sun, which means they're best used dry. The way that each shade swatched was a little bit different from the last, in my opinion. Especially this one right here. It was a little bit more dry kind of feeling, and I think a little bit less pigmented, but I think the reason for that is how it's going to blend out as a transition shade. I think it's going to actually make it easier to work with, and it's probably better that way than if it were ultra like creamy and pigmented. It would be too much. It's supposed to be a softer, more gentle blending color, and so I think that it's good. We'll see if it's buildable and all of that. I would say the weakest metallic shade was probably this aqua color right here. When I swatched the other ones, it was just like ultra creamy, super pigmented. That one was a little bit less so, but the color is beautiful. It has a really cool shift to it, and I think it's gonna be gorgeous, and I think I'm actually gonna be using that one in today's look. The cool thing is I love every single color that I swatched. I think every single one is beautiful. So I'm really excited to start using this palette. I think what I want to do is kind of a sunsetty, like a sunset. That's totally a baby mama reference if you got that, I love you. But I think I'm going to be using this color, these two, and this one. And I think that that's gonna give a really pretty, like, oceany sunset vibe. I think that'll look really nice. I'll highlight with one of these two, not quite sure yet. So I'm just gonna go in with a tapered blending brush and pick up some of this color. There's some kick up, but I don't mind that. And let's just go right in. By the way, my eyes are primed with Tarte Shape Tape today, which I find to be the best when I want really good color payoff for bright colors. Okay, so far this is beautiful. I really like this color. It's just a nice orange. Orange brings a lot of light to the eyes, and this one is subtle enough to where by itself, if I were doing a super minimal makeup look and I just wanted one eyeshadow, I think that this one is gorgeous. It blends out so nicely. The edges are so diffused and it was so easy to just blend out that way. It's a great transition color, yet it can be built up to be dark enough to add definition, and it's super easy to blend. So I'm really, really happy with this color so far. I honestly think that this one is probably the driest formula in the palette because she knew that if it's a little bit drier, it's gonna be better. Work better on the upper eyelid area as a blending shade, as a transition color, and you can also deepen it up. This one is awesome. Next, I'm gonna go in with a blending brush. It's a different one. Probably gonna use a different brush for each color just so they don't get mixed together on the brush before I even apply them to the eyes. But I'm gonna go in with this orange shade. And I'm just going to put that a little lower in the crease. That color is super pigmented and it's smoother. This color is really pigmented. I tapped off the brush and you can just see how much color you still have on it. So just have a light hand with this color, but it just really stands out. It's beautiful. If you want a lighter application than this, really just tap your brush in there, tap it off, and then go in super lightly with it. I really got the product onto the brush, and even though I tapped it off excessively, it still gave me huge color payoff, which I personally really like. With a smaller brush, I'm gonna go into this burgundy. This one definitely doesn't look quite as pigmented. I'm just gonna focus this one on the outer half. And then just to blend everything out at the very top, I'm gonna go back in with that first brush and first shade just to make it a little bit more seamless. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my finger with this color initially, and then I'm gonna go in with a concealer brush and some MAC Fix Plus and use it wet on my eyelid. So I'm just gonna see how it looks. Okay, so I'm not getting very good color payoff or brightness with my finger. I feel like it almost all just stuck to my finger. So instead I'm gonna go in on this concealer brush, get the color all over, some MAC Fix Plus, and you're just going to spray that. If you don't have MAC Fix Plus, you can use water or you can use eye drops. Eye drops would be better. But if you don't have MAC Fix Plus, I highly, highly recommend it. It seems like a boring product to buy, but it transforms eyeshadow, so highly recommend. And let's just see how, there we go. Yeah, and it even says on the box, it recommends to use it wet, and now you can see why. And since my eyes are more hooded, I'm going up into the crease to kind of create a bigger lid. Wow, this color, I'm so impressed. When I swatched it, I did not expect this. This is so pretty, such a gorgeous color, awesome. I do have a tiny bit of fallout that you probably can't even see on camera, and I'm just gonna dust it off gently with this brush, and boom, it's gone. Very minimal fallout with this. I did my foundation, all of my skin before I did my eyes today, and it was completely safe to do that, which is pretty awesome. I didn't really think that through, but it worked out, so I'm pretty happy with that. Next, I'm gonna go in with this orange, light orange color on a little pencil brush, kind of like a fluffier, rounder pencil brush. And I'm going to put that on the lower lash line just to start out down there. And I'm gonna bring it pretty low, kind of down into my eye bag area, just to be a nice blended color down there. So I'm gonna add some darker ones at the lash line. Next, I'm gonna go in with that orange using the same brush, but I'm gonna keep this closer up in the lash line. Those oranges just blend so easily together. I really like them a lot. Then I'm going to take a flat definer brush and the burgundy, and I'm gonna put that on the outer half of the bottom lash line, just right out here. Maybe even just the bottom third. Yeah, it's definitely that color that has fallout, so just sweep that away. I'm gonna add a little bit more orange up here and then a little bit more purple with a little pencil brush on the outside just to kind of bring more of those vibrant colors. Not adding a lot, just a little to kind of define that orange. And then with the pencil brush, some of that purple just on the outside corner, just to kind of give it a little bit more of a pop. And then just lightly blend everything. No additional product, but just on that first brush. Okay, so then I'm gonna go in with this gold color to highlight the inner corner. I'm just gonna use my pinky for this. Whoa! Oh my goodness. That color is crazy. That color is like liquid gold. I was gonna use that color to do the brow bone, but I think it might be a bit too intense to highlight the brow bone with. I'm thinking maybe this one for the brow bone. Let's just try it. Let's just try as many colors as we can, just for the sake of trying them. I'm not gonna use this one wet, and I'm gonna use a brush, so hopefully that will kind of make it a little bit more subtle, and it does. It definitely does. That gives me a really nice highlight. It's definitely bold, but if I used it wet, it would just be insane. But that gives a really nice lift to the brow. So now I'm just going to add some mascara and lashes, and I will be right back to give you my final thoughts. Okay, so now my lashes are on. These are House of Lashes Iconics. And I also threw on some Mr. Bing eyeliner by ColourPop. It's just like a warm brown shade. And this is the final eye look. I love it. I think it's so beautiful. I feel like that inner corner highlight just really amped up the entire thing. And actually, I did want to try something. It's kind of an experiment. Sometimes eyeshadows make good highlighters. So what I wanted to do, since I highlighted my brow bone with this color, I want to take a little bit on my highlighting brush and put it over top of the highlight that I'm already wearing. So let's just try that out. Just to kind of bring it all together. And you can see how vibrant that is. Wow. I love this palette. I'm so excited about it. I am so happy with how this turned out. Man, this palette is just full of beautiful colors. I love the selection, and every single shadow I used, I'm a huge fan of. I'm pretty excited. So I forgot to mention the cost. This palette is $28. So if you divide that by 8, that's $3.50 per eyeshadow, which is absolutely unbelievable because the quality of these eyeshadows, man, I'm a really big fan of Makeup Geek eyeshadows and ColourPop eyeshadows, but I would say that these ones are a step above of those, and they're at a lower price point. It's just unbelievable. These are so good. I couldn't recommend this palette more. If you're not into warm colors, then you might not like it because these are definitely more on the warm side. But if you do like warm colors, and if you like some really intense shimmers for your lid to highlight with, all of that, I couldn't recommend this palette more. So beautiful. I will definitely be getting the next one that she comes out with. I didn't order the brushes. She also came out with a brush set. I believe they're all eyeshadow brushes. I didn't order that because your girl's on a budget, but I definitely want to try those out eventually. I feel like I just can't wait to wear my eyeshadow tomorrow and do something totally different and use the really beautiful, vibrant shimmer shades. Those are probably what I'm most excited about. But honestly, I think I could do an all matte look with these ones and be completely happy and satisfied just with those. But adding these beautiful, out of this world shimmers, I mean, forget about it. Anyway, that is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you like this eyeshadow look, and that if you do get the palette, you can follow along. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Hit the notification bell. You know the drill. Hope to see you guys next time. Bye.